You got people shocked, literally shocked, when they pull up on your page to see if you down and bad, to see if you not getting anywhere in life, to see if you homeless, destitute, struggling, scraping, begging for change on the side of the road, lost in your negative beliefs, lost in your limitations that they projected onto you, that they threw onto you. They wanted to see if any of that worked. They wanted to see if any of the stuff they were saying about you aligns, like the fact that you was, I don't know. I'm getting that the people that were spreading rumors on you are blown away from your transformation. See, when you walked out of these people's lives, whether that was from your own free will or from a tower moment, you've undergone a period of isolation, solitude, where you had to find yourself. And when you were in that time frame, in that energy, you were operating from low vibrational frequencies. You were overly stimulated. You were stressed out. You were living in survival mode. You were not taking care of yourself. You were probably indulging in things that weren't really healthy for you. And that gave a lot of people leeway to create these stories about you, especially in your absence when you were not there to defend yourself. You were not able to defend yourself. I gotta hold this there because I don't know if the mic is really catching this, but long story short, they told people that you were on rugs with a D. They told people that you were broke and struggling and was always gonna be struggling for change. They told people that you were not educated, you had no future, or all you wanted to do was maybe, do things illegally to make some change. All right? They had a lot to say about you. And it's been getting away for them for so long because you went ghost. And you didn't really care what these people had to say about you because you were too busy focusing on how to reconnect and how to basically restore the balance within yourself, your homeostasis, because you understand that when you are overly stimulated, when you are anxious, when you are worried, stressed out, have anxiety and all that stuff, it's because you're not regulated. It's because you need to start taking care of your body. You need to start taking care of your health. That's how you identify it. And when you walked away from these people, places and things, you knew that it was for your own health and your own safety. It wasn't because you were fully done with these people, because you actually still have a soft spot and a care, and you really wanted things to be different, but they were forcing you in a position that you had no choice but to leave. Because when your nervous system, your regulation, your mental health is being tested and jeopardized, at this point, like, you had to choose you. You had to choose you, even though you fully understood why these people were doing these things or how they could have done these things to you, and it didn't matter. What mattered is that in order for you to heal, in order for you to thrive, in order for you to accelerate to the next level in life and wherever you needed to accomplish, you needed to drop these habits, you needed to drop these people, you needed to drop these places, you needed to drop these low beliefs in yourselves that you could move on and you could still be okay. So with that being said, these people, despite treating you how they treated you when you were in the energy, like you wasn't shit, you was chopped liver, like your presence didn't matter to them, this is what was really going on. Your energy brought a certain type of attention to them that they never seen before in their lives. Like before they met you, okay, they were doing whatever they were doing, going living their lives, but when they met you, when they came across you, they felt the instant shift, the change. They saw your light immediately. They understood what came with having you around, and they wanted to keep you around because it just drew in such an abundant full energy that they themselves have been searching for and only seen it when you were in their energy. So what happened was they built up some sort of slight resentment towards you. Like, you guys were cool and chilling and, on that timing like that, but deep down inside they had very alternative motives, and their intentions showed otherwise. Like, they didn't want what you could do for them. They didn't want the help. They didn't want your handouts. They wanted your light. They wanted your energy. They wanted to be you. Okay? And they loved everything about you. They loved your standards. They loved your morals. They loved your status quo. They loved how headstrong you were. They loved how outspoken you were. And that's what the same things. They loved how beautiful you were. They loved how gorgeous you were, energetically, spiritually. So instead of having you around as a loving, trusting friend, or a loving, trusting partner, or a loving, trusting family member who's loyal, always there for them, they wanted to steal your gifts. They wanted what you got. They wanted what you, people are never satisfied. Like, they wanted what you have. So you know what they did? They tried to dim your light. They tried to pick at your self-esteem, make backhanded compliments and comments and sly remarks like you wasn't shit. And the funny thing is, you peeped that. Funny thing is, you peeped that from day one, because you have been used to these people acting funny around you, but you're just like so non-judgmental, and you just was so happy to have people around you that stayed, that showed some sort of interest, that you didn't really like take action to the red flags when they were coming up to you. And that was before, in the past, but now you know your self-worth, girl. And now you chucking up the deuces real quick. But I'm talking about where you were at energetically when you were still involved with these people that are currently watching you and that have been spreading lies about you. And it's not just one group of people. It's not just one person. It's a whole group of people, because this is a recurring thing that's been happening in your life before you awaken to the fact of how powerful you were and your true energetic signature, and how you meant to these people. What you meant to these people. So they try to steal your light. They try to come for you. Some people legit did beauty spells on you. They did insecurity spells. They did anxiety spells. If you had a car and you had a car accident recently after getting a brand new car, this is your message, because they have been evil eyeing you, jealous of your accomplishments, not celebrating you. However, you were the loudest cheerleader for them. When things happened in your life, you noticed the passive aggressiveness, you noticed the body language, and you understood these people aren't really happy for me. These people aren't really there for me. If I was in a situation when I needed help, can I really trust these people to help me? Because these are the type of individuals that will infiltrate your circle, obsess with you from afar, know about you, then infiltrate your circle like this is their first time even knowing you, just so they can get a first class seat experience on what it means to be you, an everyday life of the collective. They wanted to tap into your brain. They were taking notes. They were quite literally obsessed with you and inspired by you too, in a way, but in a sick way. So these people worked up against you, kept you close so they could know your secrets and know your dreams and know exactly what to attack from you. They were jealous of your beauty and your effect that you had on people, so they wanted to attack your beauty too, making you gain weight, making you overstressed, making you depressed to a point where you didn't even want to put some lotion on your damn face. right? That was all energetic interference. That was all spiritual warfare, because you are the type of person who operates from a loving energy and you thrive in positivity. So you understood, maybe not back then, but you understand now that when things are happening to you where you are angry, overly stressed, that's not your energy. You need to take a step back. You need to meditate. You need to go out into nature, do something, but it's not your energy. It's a projection. And before, you were living in their projections, internalizing their backhanded compliments, internalizing their insults, their nitpicks, right? Taking away at your self-esteem, dimming your light, making you feel small. So the tables could reverse, and so you could think that you need them. Because every now and then they would compliment you, they would gas you up. Oh yeah, I love you. But then really quick, we're not even gonna get into that. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. The shystiness, the shadiness, like the mean girl, mean guy energy. Like you don't prescribe to that shit. So these individuals took it very personal from you when you walked up on out of their lives. And some of you guys, you did it respectfully. You let them know, like, hey, look, I genuinely appreciate our friendship, but this is not really going to work for me, and I think we should go our separate ways. Or like you gave them that common courtesy of closure at least, and they that even pissed them off even more, because it showed the amount of maturity that you had, the amount of integrity that you had as a person, and it literally like upset their demons like to the highest capacity. So when you walked away, they took that as an opportunity to start creating their own reality about you. And they had a smear campaign, a hate collective campaign, because the reality is it was very easy for them to rally up a bunch of haters with the same mutual feelings that they had in you, because listen, your light naturally exposes these people and naturally triggers people who need to change. So it was very easy, instead of changing and light and reflecting, it was so easy to just say, collective is not here to defend themselves. Collective is not here to operate in their light and beauty, and now I could shine. But more importantly, now I could change and deteriorate the views that others have of collective, so that way they can be alienated, and that way they could be ostracized, and that way they have nobody, so they have no choice but to come crawling back to me, because they need me. You like my villain dialect? I was really tapping into that. But no, seriously, like these people need to be in the psych ward, because they pay people to spy on you. They paid people to do readings on you. They paid people to do spells on you. And you've overcame all of that shit. And at first you didn't really understand what was fully going on with you, but the more and the more you tapped into the divine. And it's funny how that works. Like, a lot of people that tap into the spiritual gifts, they usually come from a place like from bottom, rock bottom. And you were in that place of rock bottom where you felt like you were alone. You couldn't trust nobody. People were out to get you. Like, you're wondering, like, would I ever get a break from this weird shit, right? But in a way, that was redirecting you. Spirit was actually guiding you to your inner self. Like, Spirit was actually guiding you to embark on that spiritual path that you are on right now, and that you never took your foot off of, because this made more sense. It made more sense to you here than whatever was going on out there. It also made you feel more safe. You began to trust yourself again. You began to find joy, enjoyment in things again. You decided to start living again. Not in fear, not in stress, not in worry, but with faith, with trust, and with peace, with enlightenment. So these people now, God blessed you with a fresh beginning, a new start. God blessed you also with a new appearance, body. You don't look like the same person that you were when you left them, because energetically you're so much lighter. You poured into yourself before. If you have gained a lot of weight before, now you are on your fitness journey, you're on your health journey, your wellness journey, and you are looking better than ever. And before, in the past, when a lot of people were trying to look for you, inspiring you, you had them blocked. You had them energetically blocked, physically blocked, and they couldn't see what was going on, which was your spirit teams protecting you in a way too, because it really allowed these people to expose themselves, because they had no proof of what was going on with you, and they knew exactly the lies that were spewing on them on their end, and they still decided to spread those rumors and spread those gossips about you. But the joke's on them right now. They're having egg on their face, because when they saw you, or when the spy came back and gave them the information about you, or when they did the divination spying on you, and the cards are saying that despite all of your attempts to keep this individual down, they're actually getting more money. They're actually getting more abundance. They're actually thriving in their career right now. They're actually looking better than ever. They're actually fine as hell. They actually have everything that they want at their fingertips. They're actually stepping into their power. You're proving them wrong with every time, every single thing that you're doing. You're not even doing it for them. You're doing it for you. And that is your driving like power. Is coming from self-love. It's coming from self-preservation. It's coming from growing yourself and elevating yourself. You didn't really look at outwards. You looked within and said, what can I do to help me get out of this situation? And that's exactly why you're thriving right now. On the contrary, the other person is thinking about you more than they're thinking about you more than they're thinking about themselves. And that's why they're stuck. Because they are obsessed with trying to prove you wrong. They are obsessed with trying to paint this picture about you that helps them feel better about themselves. But the reality is that the truth is the truth. Three things that can't be hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth will always come out. And you have been consistent the entire time, to a point where even if people are skeptical about what to believe, they understand that, if anything, I'm going to believe the person who's been more consistent. And it's been you. So at this time, Spirit has blessed you with a new body, a new mind, new soul, new spirit, for you to step out of hermit mode right now. Step into the world and share your experiences with other people. Expose these bottom dwellers, these sewer dwellers that have been trying to shut you up for all this time. And no, you don't have to do it by deliberately just airing them out, even though some of you are called to do that, depending on what happened. But just to share your story and share the lessons that you've learned throughout the way, because you genuinely know that other people are going through this, and you genuinely know that other people are searching for a voice, just to give them that clarity and that confirmation that they're not alone, and they are not crazy, and they're not going through this, and they're not being gaslit, because the same thing has happened to you. And you are being spiritually led and guided to step into this powerful calling of yours, to be a light worker. You don't necessarily have to be on the internet. You don't have to be doing cards or divination or whatever. You just have to heal yourself. You have to love yourself and grow, and then show people and show others how to do that with themselves as well. And believe it or not, you are also even inspiring these haters and these karmics in your lives to do better as well, because you are proving to them that with love and light, anything is possible. And their bullshit magic, that not affecting you, is also showing them that God is real. And you are divinely protected and have an anointing on your life that they can't explain, because they never see nothing like that. Before, in the past, their magic, their attempts, it worked on other people, but not you. And I need you to understand that. So keep on operating in your loving, energetic, loving light energy, and keep on doing you. Keep on stepping on these people's necks without even noticing that, because they're watching you, and they are, quite frankly, very impressed from what they see.